It's your smell what the Verd is barbecuing.
G'day jabronis, it is TheVerd incarnate here. Welcome to week 3 of the Pokemon Masters Cup. Your Tampa Bay Frogadier is currently 2-0 with a +5 differential up against the Colorado Rapidash, who are also 2-0 with a +5 differential in our division. Huge match. I don't care what music we set it to. The team I'm expecting, as I said, is going to be the Landorus Incarnate, the Weavile, the Entei, the Vaporeon, the Blastoise, and the Cofagrigus. I feel like that's his best team. Whether he brings it or not, don't know. As you guys can see, well, you can't see it, my team is the Mixed Bulk Cresselia, the Mixed Bulk Lantern, Special Defensive Florges, Physical Defensive Hitmontop, Scarf Nidoqueen, and the Air Balloon Heatran. So let's jump in and see the 6 that he brought. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, so he pretty much bang on. He doesn't... Okay, let me just write these down. He does have the Mega Blastoise. He has the Weavile. He has the Landorus. He has the Weezing, Entei, and Regice. Okay, so what does this mean for me? Alright, so looking at his team right now, I'm glad there isn't a Vaporeon. It means that I can kind of spam Toxic and stuff and be annoying. Weezing's going to be a bit of a problem for my team. Cresselia does deal with it. Like I said, I'm just going to get rid of Weavile early. And we are Gucci, so I'm going to leave China. He does have Weezing as a switch into China, but the thing is, if he is the Weezing that I'm expecting him to be, with the Hidden Power Ground to deal with, my Heatran, my Air Balloon will remain intact, and I can deal with him for the duration of the battle. So, shouldn't be a big deal. I think we've got a pretty good matchup here, guys. Honestly, as bad as it seems, we should be okay. He brought all of his big threats. I'm hoping he leads with like the Weavile or the Lando. Dr. Cognos is the Blastoise. That's unfortunate. That's not what I wanted to see him leading off with. I'm surprised he let off with it, but I guess it's because every single week so far I've let off with Nidoqueen. Kind of makes sense, I suppose. My play here is just to go into Lantern. No reason not to. I am Water Absorb for those Water type attacks, and then from there it looks like Volt Switch is a pretty nice play. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Into Bray Wyatt we go. This actually is probably going to be a very long battle, which is not great because I will need to go somewhere soon. Oh dear, he took very long with power issues, but Bray Wyatt is definitely a switch in here, as I believe he will stay in and probably go for, I'm going to assume it's a Scald. Makes a hell of a lot of sense for it to be a Scald on the turn. He could be physical with EQ, which would be kind of cool, but I think he's just going to, yep, Scald. I am Water Absorb, so that means nothing to me. My best play by far here is clicking Scald myself, because I can either get a burn on the Blastoise, which is nice, or the fact that his best switch-ins are either the Landorus predicting Volt Switch or the Regice. Being able to get damage on either one of those is pretty nice, so I am going to go straight for my own Scald. I don't see him staying in with Blastoise. Doesn't really make a lot of sense for him to stay in with Blastoise here, as he is going to withdraw. I'm hoping into Lando. That would be phenomenal. Goes into D-Zana, whatever the hell that is. It's the Regice. That's totally fine. I can just Scald this thing for a little bit of chip damage, which is groovy. It is good chip damage. Can we get the burn? We do get the burn. That's nice. Okay. This is looking good for us now. So I'm pretty sure Regice has like booty speed, so we should be able to actually outspeed this thing. Let me see. Regice. Even Rock Polish set. I'm pretty sure the Regice's base speed is trash. It is. Lantern should be able to outspeed this thing, get off a Volt Switch, as I can go then out and get a little bit more damage off, and then go out into my Florges, which is more designed to deal with this thing quite nicely. Can take the Ice Beams and the Flash Cannons, even if it is modest max special attack. And even if it is modest max special attack, he could go for the Earth Power here, which would be unfortunate, but as you can see, he is obviously a more bulkier variant. I can get off a clean Volt Switch here, be able to get back, and I'm already weakening his Regice, which is really nice at this point of the battle. I can go quite safely out to Gold Dust. I really want to be able to get up those rocks with Heatran at some point as well, because that will be very, very good for me, as Florges can come out and take this Earth Power quite nicely. Actually goes to the Ancient Power. Is he really going to be that kind of guy? I don't know, but that does diddly squat. He doesn't get the boosts, so that's really nice. And He's going to take that nice, fat burn damage. I don't see him staying in, but on the off chance he does, I think my best play by far is just clicking Moonblast. Even if he flash cannons, as you can see, it's not going to do much. If he goes into Wheezing, we can go on a Heat Train to get up our rocks, and that's going to be really, really nice, as he does choose to stay in. So even if he has the flash cannon, not going to be doing a hell of a lot to us, and this Moonblast is going to chunk him quite nicely. Flash cannon, if Ancient Power is doing that much, flash cannon is not doing a lot. Yeah, it's doing diddly squat. He doesn't get the Spadef drop either, so we are in a very, very strong position here early game, guys. The Regice is almost dead to Florges. Should actually go down to another Moonblast plus Burn, so I'm going to take the opportunity here to Wish, as I believe he should retreat out to his Wheezing this turn, and I could just go straight out to Heat Train pretty much and get up my rocks, as he's going to choose to stay in. So this is phenomenal that he's choosing to do this tactic, because I believe at this point, even if he goes for another Flash Cannon, not only can we eat it up, but after the burn damage, I believe he's in range of dying to Moonblast, as long as we don't get Spadef dropped here, which we don't, which is phenomenal. So this is fantastic for us. We can basically get all our health back. I believe after that burn damage, he will die to Moonblast plus Burn, so that's really, really good. So we should be able to just go for a clean Moonblast. Actually, what I want to do here is Protect, because I believe after the burn that he will be in Moonblast range regardless, and that is a safer play. For me, if he wants to preserve the Regice, he can, but I'm just going to Protect here. It's a scumbag strategy, but it basically ensures that my floor just gets the kill next turn, and I can be at full health. So it's just smart for me to do it that way, get my entire Wish back quite easily, get him to take an extra bit of burn here, and he is definitely within Moonblast range, so we definitely want to take advantage of that, hit up that Moonblast, and get the first kill of this battle taken care of, and there it is. Regice dies to Florges. So that is fantastic. Okay, Regice wasn't really an issue to my team, but the fact that it's dead without any of my team taking any damage is great. I love that a lot. Haven't had to use a heal bell yet, which is great too. I feel like his play here, maybe going into the Entei, I think the Wheezing is obviously his best play, but like I said, against the Wheezing I can get into my Heat Train and gain a lot of momentum that way. So definitely feeling pretty good so far with how this battle's going. He does go into the Entei. He reveals that it's shiny, which tells me he's probably going to be the Adamant Event Entei with the Sacred Fire, but that is fine. We came prepared for this. What I can actually do, I could Protect here to see what he wants to lock himself into. I think I might do that. I believe he's banned at Entei, to be fair. I think banned at Entei makes the most sense. I'm going to Protect here, just to see what kind of Entei that he is. Just to kind of scout, as he is going to go for the Iron Head. I can protect myself, obviously, which is fine. And I can now pull the double out to... I was thinking about going to Heat Train, but I have Heat Train, so he has the Iron Head, which is really good info. Kind of want to write that down. So, we know that Entei has Sacred Fire and Iron Head. Goes the Iron Head again, that does absolutely nothing. We can eat that. And one thing we can do quite freely here is actually go for another Scald with Lantern. Nothing on this team wants to take the Scald, which is fantastic for me. It is pretty much free damage. Even if he has the Bulldoze, we can absolutely eat that, because as you see, we are a very defensive Lantern. And we should be able to deal with this quite nicely and get off a burn on something, hopefully. Hopefully the Blastoise. Being able to whittle the Blastoise, especially with the plan with Heat Train, is huge. Definitely opens the door for us late game too. I also like that I'm preserving Nidoqueen, because if I can get rid of the Wheezing, it's looking pretty lit. He does go back into Blastoise, which is fine by me, to be fair. This is a free Volt Switch afterwards, and if I can get the burn here with Scald, that would also be phenomenal. I don't get a lot of damage after I get the burn. Don't snag the burn, but that's okay. That is totally fine. We can deal with this. So, honestly though, my play here, I feel, is just to go for the Toxic. I can heal Lantern back up with Florges, and being able to poison this thing is massive. So I don't think he has a move that's really going to be able to hurt me too badly, because they do have that mixed bulk. He may reveal the Aura Sphere here, which will do a fair bit. He does a Dark Pulse, that's fine. I kind of predicted Dark Pulse, as it's going to do a bit. Hopefully it doesn't flinch, it does not, and we connect the Toxic. That is huge in this battle. Okay. That's really, really good for us, that that Toxic has gone off, because that basically is going to whittle down this Blastoise turn by 10. I could make a risky play here instead. I think I'm going to make the risky play, and my risky play, guys, is to stay in and Volt Switch on this turn, as I will take Dark Pulse damage, but I can get out to Florges and Wish Pass back out to my Lantern with no way of Blastoise being able to kill it, and that's really nice for me. Dark Pulse is going to hurt, obviously. Lantern's going to take a ton. He does get the flinch. That's really unfortunate, because I want to be able to Wish Pass. That hacks could be detrimental. I probably should have gone out to Florges there, because now I am weakened when it comes to dealing with Entei, so that's an issue. But once the Blastoise goes down, I can definitely use Florges a bit more sparingly. Since he's going to just keep spamming Dark Pulse, I'm going to go into Florges now. I have no reason not to. I can definitely play safe around this thing. So, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back into Gold Dust. as Blastoise is getting weakened regardless, and if Blastoise goes down, that's huge for my team. He's just going to Dire Pulse again. This is going to do absolute diddly squat. Yeah, that does nothing. So what I can do here is Wish, and the really good thing about that is that even if he has a Flash Cannon, I can eat it because I'm a Florges, and what I can then do is just go with Shenanigans. If he goes into Weezing here, then I can go either directly out to Heatran, or I can go back into my Lanturn, get all of its health back, but as you can see, the Blastoise is getting weakened ridiculously well here. And this is really, really good for us. We're in a very, very strong position at this point. He hasn't really broken down any of my cores yet. He hasn't gone into that Landorus at all, which is fantastic. If that thing can just stay in the back for the rest of the battle, I'll be okay with that. I'm going to go for the Wish, because if he has the Flash Cannon, he'll go for it. But he also doesn't want to take a Moonblast to the face, so I'm kind of hoping he goes out to Weezing here, because that'll open the door for me to pass back out to my Lanturn, and that would be phenomenal. Being able to get back to Lanturn. He does go for the Flash Cannon, does reveal it, which is fine. Shouldn't do too much, I'm especially defensive. Yep. Doesn't do a hell of a lot. Doesn't get the Split F drop, so I can just get off my free Wish, which is awesome. This is great. Definitely a strong position. I don't want to really... Like, I could just go for the Protect here, which is obviously my optimal play, because the Toxic from Lanturn is putting in the most work right now to this Blastoise. It's pretty much going to die next turn to the Poison, so I have no reason not to click Protect here and watch the Blastoise die, as it should just die to Lanturn Poison, being a passive kill, but regardless, it should kill. Yep, I'm pretty sure it's going to die to Poison this turn. As a Protect, unless he has the cheeky Rest, which he doesn't have, I'm going to get another kill by just being a cheeky bastard and Wish Protecting with my Florges. So these stall tactics are working out nicely. It should die to the Poison this turn, and does. So Blastoise dies to Lanturn. I'm going to put up there Toxic. Okay, so Blastoise and Regice being down is great. That basically means that the whole job of Florges has been completed. The two things it was designed to wall, it has walled, so that is awesome. The fact that I've used my Protect now is a bit dangerous if Landorus comes in now, but I do have the Crest still at full health. Dr. Vader, that is the Entei. Okay, this is a little bit scary, because I want to go into Lanturn, but I'm scared if he goes for Sacred Fire. Can't really Protect. Lanturn is definitely an optimal play, but I'm actually going to make the decision to go into my Pappy, my Heatran here, because I don't think he's going to Bulldoze. If he goes to the Iron Head, that's fine. I can go back into Lanturn afterwards. I feel like he's going to go for the Fire move, or potentially the Bulldoze, predicting Lanturn to come in. As he's seen me go for Protect, I'm going to go into my Heatran. Hopefully the Entei here decides to go for the Sacred Fire. As I am Air Balloon, he does go for the Sacred Fire, but get the Flash Fire boost. Amazing. Okay. This is really, really good. I am an Air Balloon, so what I can do quite safely here is get up my Rocks, and that is massive for this battle if I can do that. He's going to withdraw, which is even better. I don't think he'll go into Weavile or Lando, he'll go into the Weezing here, I'm assuming. As he does go Weezing, as we can get up our Rocks. This is great. Weezing, I don't believe, can even touch me, because I'm on an Air Balloon. I don't know what move it would have to touch me, but I'm going to go for the free Magma Storm here. I have no reason not to. I didn't really need the Sunny Day Solar Beam in the end, but it's fine. We're going to Magma Storm. We do miss, as Hidden Power Ground's not going to affect me, bro. I am in a phenomenal position with this Heatran with the Air Balloon. Oh my lord. Weezing can't touch me. I told you guys, if he runs HP Ground, because I'm on the Air Balloon, Weezing with Poison, like Sludge Bomb plus Hidden Power Ground, is not going to be able to touch my Heatran. So I basically Quagmired him here. Like, literally, he has no way around this. And so he's going to withdraw, but anything that comes in, even the Entei, is taking a ton. Like, this is a Magma Storm after all. This should do a very, very hefty amount to this Entei, as he's going to take the Rocks as well. This should, if this connects, this will do a lot to this Entei. Can I please connect with this Magma Storm? Thank you. This should do a really nice amount, because he still gave me the Flash Fire boost, remember, from last time, as that does a ton of damage. He is trapped in the swirling Magma Vortex of Hell, and my play right now is just to go into my Lanturn. Lanturn can deal with Entei, and at the same time, because he's basically now dead to Rocks and he has no way to get rid of him, it's just really, really solid for me. It makes more sense for me to go out to my Lanturn here and play it absolutely 110% safe. So, Lanturn's going to come in as his best play to try and pop my Balloon, I'm assuming, by going for the Iron Head. He goes for the E-Speed. I should be able to take two of these with Lanturn, because I am a bulky Lanturn. I am not. He actually... Was that max damage? I don't even know. But what I can do on this turn is... how do I want to play this? How do I want to play this? I think I want to go into Hitmontop and just kill him with Mach Punch, because he can't switch, and he's locked into E-Speed. So, that's how I'm feeling right now. I can get off the Intimidate right now, which is nice, and I think my best play is just to go for Mach Punch. On the off chance he isn't choice locked, Mach Punch will definitely kill, and if he is choice locked, he's going to go for the E-Speed. He is at -1, so it won't do a hell of a lot. I can still take a hit from Weavile later in the game. And he's going to die to the Rocky Helmet anyway, so that works too. So, Entei dies to Hitmon top Rocky Helm. Okay, cool. So he goes into Landorus. This is the problem child. I don't know what kind of Landorus this is, but my best option for this thing is the Gobbledygooker. At this point, Nidoqueen is still looking strong with a Scarf in the back. My safest play though is just going into Gobbledygooker. I have no idea what this thing is going to be able to do to me, so it's just really, really safe. I keep saying that, but it is really, really safe. Oh, I should have said Lantern died to Entei E-Speed. I forgot about that. Lantern dies to Entei. Alright, so we're in a very strong spot here. Lando doesn't really, I don't think, bring this back. If he is a specially offensive one, my Cress is going to wall this thing quite obnoxiously, as he is the specially offensive one, which Cress does deal with. So my play here, 110%, is to just click Psyshock for damage. If he goes into Weavile, I have the Hitmontop and other things in the back if I need to use them. I have a pretty easy sack in my Florges as well if I need to, but my play by 110% is to Psyshock. If he has the U-turn, he'll go for it, or he'll withdraw. He goes to the knockoff, that's fine. I have Rocky Helmet. It'll do a fair bit, but he'll knock off my Rocky Helmet here, and then I'll be able to go for the Psyshock and get off. And he is Life Orb like I expected him to be. I can now go for the Psyshock and get off a really nice chunk on this Landorus and really bring it down to a good range of HP. And now my play is definitely going into my Florges on this turn. I feel like he's not going to stay in and risk his thing dying, and if Weavile comes in I can deal with it. If he can't really go into Wheezing, I need to keep my Cresselia healthy because it is still a win con late game against the Landorus, and while the Weavile is still around, my safer play is going into Florges right now. I think he won't Sludge Wave because he knows that another Psyshock pretty much kills him and he needs to keep this thing around, but I'm in a very, very strong spot, so he does stay in, that's fine. I can go into my Florges here, which I'm totally cool with. Florges is a pretty solid switch in right now, as he is going to go for the Rock Slide. So really cool that he revealed the Rock Slide here. So that's going to do a ton to my Florges because, as I said, not special. So he has the Earth Power plus the Rock Slide. It's a really weird combo for him to have. What I'm going to choose to do here is go for the Protect to see if he has the Sludge Wave, and then I think I can live a Rock Slide after that. So that's my basic game plan. I don't want to choke this game away, guys. I want to make sure I play it exactly how I need to in order to win. He does have the Sludge Wave, he does reveal it. So I believe my play here is to go into Heatran, but at the same time he knows that I've gone for Protect. He knows I have a Heatran that can come in, so my play is actually, I believe, just to click Moonblast. We have seen Knockoff, Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Rock Slide, which means that I can bring in Heatran after this and definitely kill his Landorus. No repercussions, so I just go for the Moonblast here. I don't even think about it. He goes for Rock Slide. I think, judging on the damage we took from last time, we should be able to take one more. As we do, we don't get Flinch, and that should kill. Florges should get a kill right now on this Landorus. And it does. There you go. So, Landorus dies to Florges. Awesome. Okay, so we are in a very, very strong spot now. 5-2 up. All that is left is Wheezing, which cannot beat my Landorus at all, and this Weavile, which still remains, but has now taken the Rock's damage. Florges has done its job, quite frankly, and I don't want to see this thing set up an SD in my face knowing that I have a thingy in the back, so I'm going to go for the Moonblast. On the off chance he does have the SD, I'm going to sack off my Florges here. It is a much better play since I can basically finish off this game. It's looking with, yeah, I'm going to finish it off, it looks like 4-0, because he will go for the Icicle Crash. So Florges dies to Weavile. I didn't want to risk it there because I know that I have the game pretty much won in the back. So what I can just do now is quite safely go into my Hitmontop here. I have no reason to risk anything. I can just go into Hitmontop, and I'm pretty sure I can seal the 4-0 victory here because he can switch out if he wants to. I don't think it's a good play because he knows that Wheezing can't touch Heatran, and he's going to take Rocks regardless if he comes back in with Weavile. So I'm just going to click Mark Punch and stay in here. As he's gonna, I don't really agree with that play at all. It's been pretty much concluded that Wheezing can't touch Heatran. So what does this actually achieve? I don't know. I'm gonna go for the Mark Punch. So kind of reveal it, but I don't care at the same time. Like, you know, it doesn't bother me. It was a crit. God damn. Yeah, Wheezing can't touch my Heatran. Judging from the Wheezing set, I don't think he'd be able to touch my Heatran, which means I can go straight back into it at this point, and then basically get a kill with Magma Storm trapping. So unless there's a secret move that Weezing hid, but even then I can still just go for the Magma Storm, weaken the Weezing to the point where I can still just win with Nidoqueen regardless. So I think I'm definitely in a position where it's pretty much all over, unless he like doubles right now. He does, and he goes for Willow, gives me a Flash Fire boost. GG, man. Like, something dies here. If Weezing dies, then Scarf Nidoqueen wins, and if Weavile dies, then Cresselia wins. So, pretty much got him in a Quagmire. I'm going to go for Magma Storm. This should be able to kill a Weezing if it is physically defensive. He can't double into... I miss again? Are you kidding me? This is so annoying. If I miss all my Magma Storms, I have the potential to lose this battle. This is really dumb, but I should be able to connect with at least one of these 4 Magma Storms, and if I do, it's pretty much game over. As I do connect with this one, this should do an absolute ton to this Weezing. If it is physically defensive, it'll definitely pretty much destroy it, as you just saw. As you just saw. So Weezing dies to Heatran. And all that is left is a little Life Orb Weavile, which takes all those rocks, and I am going to try and preserve differential by going into Booker T. Low kick plus Ice Shard should not be able to kill me from there, especially since he'll be at -1, and I can then fire off the Mark Punch and basically seal what I believe will be a 4-0 victory for your Tampa Bay Frogadiers today. 3-0 at worst, so that is awesome. I was very worried about this matchup because he had a lot of threats, but we were definitely able to counter him quite nicely, as he's going to Crash, I mean, against the Heatran, whatever. Judging on how much Crash does, we should be in a good spot here. It doesn't do enough to kill me next time around. He knows that I have the Mark Punch, so Hitmontop is going to be able to get the final kill here. Ice Shard, even if it crits, I don't believe can kill me from here, and we should be able to Mark Punch this thing and win. He is going to go for the Ice Shard. Barring a crit, we win with 4. Yep, we sure do. Here, Weavile dies to Hitmontop, and your Tampa Bay Frogadiers chalk up another 4-0 win, and it's against the Colorado Rapidash. We now go to +9 differential, 3-0 in our division. We now have a lead in our division. I was very surprised not to see the Cofagrigus or the Vaporeon, but since neither of them was there, nothing really didn't threaten my team that hardly. Like, the Landorus is an issue, but I played around it as easily as I needed to. Great game to V though, go check out his channel guys, he's doing a lot better this season, and I'm very excited for the rematch when we do have it. But your Tampa Bay Frogadiers, as I said, we are 3-0 now, with a +9 differential. Hopefully we can come back next week and do even better, but as always guys, I am TheVerd, and I'm out this week.